Grab your budgie smugglers, a slab, and your stubby holder, mate, because this week we're going down under. Let's put another shrimp on the Barbie and go geekin' on Walt Disney World.
Are you ready for a fun-filled hour of food favorites, resort hopping, and hanging out with Disney World geeks? It's now time to go geekin' on Walt Disney World. Here's our dad and co-host. Hollywood was impressed with his performance in crowd scenes at the Indiana Jones stunt show. He never misses an 11 a.m. margarita at the Mexican Pavilion. And Mike Wazowski is still raving about his performance as that guy over at Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Curtis Stone.
Welcome to episode 120 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. I am your co-host, Curtis Stone, and we are the family-friendly father-daughter podcast that will feed your passion for Walt Disney World by sharing our experiences and opinions as well as others from our community of passionate Walt Disney World geeks. Now let's bring on our co-host. She's been called the best personal tour guide and a Walt Disney World encyclopedia so many times she's lost count. She almost took down the Great Wall in China with her rented electric scooter, and her laughing place is on a journey into imagination with Figment. We all know her as the sweetest, the cutest, and the smartest Disney daughter in the world, Lindsay.
Hi, geeks.
Hey, Lindsay. What are you doing today?
It's been a long but good day.
What have you been doing?
I spent the day at my grandmother's house, like I have been most days lately, to keep her company.
What were you doing over there?
And my agenda today was to set her up with my old iPad mini, which is like the first generation iPad mini in mint condition because I hardly used it because I've always had my computer and my phone.
Yeah.
And so it was perfectly fine. I just set it up, totally reset it, and gave it to her and set up the FaceTime and an alarm for her.
Wow. So you're teaching grandmothers how to use iPads.
And that was 3 hours. Just iPad.
Well, I think she's really going to enjoy that. Lindsay, we haven't gotten together and done a podcast. You've been on a sabbatical. I've been doing live trip reporting.
Yeah. We had so much material that we had time to kind of adjust. And it kind of worked out because we needed the time. Just because of things that happened in our family and everything. Yeah. So, but we're back.
Yeah, well,
actual episode.
And I think people actually have been really loving the live trip reporting, but they also love you and I getting together and doing a podcast. And you know what we love doing is doing trip reports.
Yes, with guests.
And I'm so excited for the guests we have. Let's bring them on.
Okay.
He spent New Year's Eve 2015 at Disneyland Paris, where the temperature dropped below 0. That's Celsius, Lindsay. That's a real frozen start to 2015. He tricked his wife to go on Space Mountain at Disneyland Paris by telling her it was a kiddie ride. She cursed him through every drop and turn all the way down, but when they reached the bottom, she begged him to do it again. Just like Peter Pan, he lives his life by the mantra, growing old is mandatory, but growing up is optional. And he's been to Disneyland Paris twice, Disneyland California once, Walt Disney World once, and if everything goes to plan, he'll be visiting Shanghai and Hong Kong in December/January later this year. Please welcome our newest super geeker and world traveler, Lewis Sutton. Hi, Lewis.
Hi, Kurt. How's it going, mate?
Hey, we're doing great. And have you noticed, Lewis is from Australia? Did you notice from my intro?
Oh, jeez.
Lewis, did you get all my sayings? I went on Google, and I...
Oh, wow. What a great source.
I looked up Australian sayings because actually I think I thought shrimp on the Barbie, I remember from the Jim Carrey.
I only know one, but it's inappropriate. So... So I'm not going to say it.
Dumb and Dumber is one of our favorite movies of all time. And that was Jim Carrey says, let's put another shrimp on the Barbie. So, and then I had to go and Google all the other sayings. Did you recognize my other sayings there, Lewis?
I did a slab for the Americans who might not know what it is. A slab is what we refer to as a carton of beer.
Yes. So I had that. I got that right.
It's actually kind of a trading currency over here. So if you've got to like build, say, a barbecue or a letterbox, and you say to the, you've got a mate who can build things, you'll say to him, "Oh, look, mate, I need to get this letterbox built, mate. How much is that going to cost us?" And he goes, "Oh, couple of slabs, mate." So that's a part of our currency here in Australia.
Perfect. So I got that one right. Did you know what a budgie smuggler was?
Yeah, budgie smuggler is actually a pair of Speedos, a pair of swimming trunks.
Speedo. So like.
Exactly. I got that right. And how about a stubby holder? A stubby holder.
A stubby holder is a what I call a beer cozy.
Yeah.
We can take our stubby and we put the beer into the stubby holder, so that keeps it cooler for longer, because it does get quite hot here in Australia.
Yeah, we call them cozies here.
Koozies, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I bring those with me when I go to Disney World. I put them in my bag.
You bring them to Wildwood when you're in the beach.
All right, so now you can understand the intro, because he just translated that for us. I love it. I think Australia is one of my most wanted places to travel someday, Lewis.
Yeah, you've got to make your way down here. It's Australia's a magical place to come visit. If you do come down to Australia, though, do go over and visit our neighbours, New Zealand. Just if you've seen Lord of the Rings, that is not a film with special effects. That's a travel documentary.
Yeah.
You go to New Zealand, it looks exactly like that.
Great
advice.
It's
funny you mentioned that, because I was actually from the age of 10 to 15 completely obsessed with Lord of the Rings. So
yeah, Lindsay would love that trip.
My parents have seen every behind the scenes minute of Lord of the Rings and all the documentaries and all that kind of stuff.
I know. I think it'd be just
would
amazing.
love to visit New Zealand and all the sites that you.
But we're here to talk about Lewis's big trip to the States. And so, Lewis, let's start. Where exactly in Australia are you from?
Well, I'm from Perth in Western Australia.
Yeah.
And so, weirdly enough, we're actually, as far as time zones go, we're 12 hours ahead of you guys in Connecticut.
That's right.
And it's very strange. Actually, I checked my weather app as well, just to see how we compare weather-wise. At the moment, it's 7 o'clock in Connecticut. It's 48 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yep.
And here in Parkwood in WA, it's 55 degrees Fahrenheit. So, but you guys leaving winter, going into spring.
Yeah.
And we are leaving summer, going into autumn.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, we're like total opposites, Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It's so cool. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock here in the evening, and it's
bright
7
and
o'clock
early
in the morning for Lewis. So I'm so glad we could. It actually makes it sort of easy. I was willing to do the morning shift if he wanted to do the night shift, but this
you would have never had me.
But we never have had Lindsay. So actually, Lewis, that was the big reason why I wanted to do 7 o'clock our time, so I could have Lindsay too.
Yeah.
All right, actually, and yeah.
We've got the camera on. I can see the light out the side. Is it still light where you are?
A little bit. Yeah,
the sun goes down around 8 o'clock right at this time.
Yeah.
Ow. It's impressive.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you're below the equator. We're above the equator.
Yeah. So
you're pretty far down there on that side of the globe.
Yeah.
We get both of the extremes. We get the late summer days, and then the winter really, really short. The sun will go down at 4.
Yeah.
So
it's actually been pretty chilly here for this time of year, Lewis. We're hoping next week it warms up to about 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh,
nice springtime here. All right, so let's talk about your trip. You had a big trip. How long did you go for?
Well, in total, it was a month away.
Wow.
So we left Perth, and we went to Orlando first, and we did Universal Studios for 3 days, and then we went to Walt Disney, and we were there 7 nights at Walt Disney, 8 days in the parks. and then after that, we went to New York and spent a week in New York, and then off to San Francisco after that, and spent almost a week in San Fran, and then went to Vegas to finish up relaxing in Vegas.
Holy
This is like,
cow.
I know. I told you this is a world traveler we got here. That was awesome. I followed him on. He was posting quite a bit on Facebook, so that was fun to follow.
You got a taste of both the East Coast and the West
This
Coast.
is we got the full hour here to go through this, Lewis. So tell me, I'm going to start kind of from the top. How did this was your first time to Walt Disney World in Florida, wasn't it?
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you do your research for this trip? You're being a beginner, a newbie, and you've never been there before. Did you do a lot of research before you went?
I spent so long researching it, it wasn't funny.
Yeah, how long?
Because we'd been to Paris before and we'd been to Anaheim before.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of knew what Disney was about, but I knew that that Walt Disney World was a whole different experience.
Yep.
So through the Disney podcast, I must have been like thinking about it for over a year, and then actively like planning for about 6 months before the holiday. And it was an everyday thing. Like with the planning, it wasn't a just spend a day planning it or a week planning it. It was when we decided on the time we were going to go, we booked the accommodation, and then it was every day going back to the website looking to see if any deals had come up, so that we could get a better deal and change the accommodation, and which is really good. I like that about Walt Disney World, the way that you can book it, but then you can change it right up until almost the point where you get to Walt Disney World.
So you booked it directly with Disney?
I did, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So it was planning was huge, and podcasts like yourself was incredibly helpful. Like that was the greatest resource you can imagine in planning a Walt Disney World trip.
So you could plug in a podcast just about any time during work, or you do a lot of driving, or
Exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
It's been a long time on the road.
Okay.
There's so much to absorb too.
What were some of the podcasts? What are some of your favorite Disney World podcasts that you listen to?
Well, I listen to you guys, but it's weird when you get into Disney and you start listening to the podcast, because you really, to make an Alice in Wonderland reference, fall down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Because I originally went to the Paris parks, and then I just went, okay, I love Disney. I'm in. And I made the decision at that point that I want to visit at least one Disney park every year for the rest of my life. So that was
Cool.
the choice I made, and so I wanted to find out more about it. So I went and searched for Disney podcasts. I thought that being Disney, that the podcast might be a bit kiddie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I typed in Disney and adult. And the first podcast I got onto was Dis After Dark from the UK. The guys are fantastic. They do a podcast set in the Mouse's Head, a pub, and that was brilliant to listen to. That entertaining, informative, and great.
Yep.
Through that, I got onto the E-Avengers. Sorry, through I got onto the Disney Dreamgirls.
Yep.
And that's again a fantastic resource. And then Michelle was on your show, and she referenced that on her show, so I got onto you guys.
Thank you, Michelle.
And then after that, I got onto the Avengers, and then I got onto the WDW Happy Place as well, which is with Sam and Ashley was fantastic. They were a great resource for me. They gave me a lot of ideas, and when we were actually down in Walt Disney World, they had also come down for a few days as well.
Okay.
And so we met up with them, and then they took us around to the resorts, and
nice.
they took us to. They took us to the Polly Beach, and we watched Wishes from the Polly Beach, and then they showed us around Disney Springs. So it's really good, because you mentioned about community and the Disney community, and that's what I've got through podcasting. Is I made a lot of friends, and like to actually meet people that you've met through the internet is fantastic.
That's one of the reasons.
And that you have something in common that you enjoy, and they're just good people.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Where was that crew? Where was that podcast from? Where were they located that they came down to help you out?
I'm
in
not
the
sure.
States somewhere?
Pardon, sorry?
They're from the States, right? In the United States?
Oh, yeah. They're from the United States. I'm trying to remember what state they're from. They drove down to go to Disney.
By, yeah.
It was a 10-hour drive.
Okay, so they weren't Florida residents.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Like mid. If they were from the East Coast, they were from North Carolina,
Yeah,
that kind
somewhere
of
around
place.
there.
Yeah, I'm guessing. All right, let's see here. All right, when did this trip occur? When did you go?
So it was, we left Perth. Now, this is a thing that you've got to say that from being a traveller from Australia, it's very, very different to experience to being an American visitor to the parks. Because for us to go to Walt Disney World or get down to Orlando, we've got to fly from Perth. We've got to fly to Auckland, which is a 7-hour flight. And then we've got to fly from Auckland to LA, and that's a 12-hour flight. And then we've got to fly down from LA to Orlando, and that's a 5-hour flight.
Right.
So all in all, airtime, you're looking at about 24 hours. And then if you add your wait time as well, you're looking around 29 hours in total. So it's a bit of a commitment to get down there. But
Auckland is in Australia, right?
Yes. I know Auckland's in New Zealand.
New Zealand, okay.
Yeah. So we fly from one
That
country.
was 7 hours.
And the weird thing is because of the way that time works, when you fly from Perth to Auckland, you actually fly forward in time.
Yeah.
And then when we fly from Auckland to LA, you fly back in time.
I'm all confused.
How do they keep a schedule?
It's all very weird because we were up in the travel time was about 29 hours. Now this is where it gets weird. We left Perth at 6:30 a.m. on Friday morning. We arrived after 29 hours of travel in Orlando at 11:30 p.m. on Friday. So that just, it messes with your head a bit. So when you're traveling like that, and if you want to get to the parks and enjoy yourself, you've got to really be regimental about your sleep and making sure that you get sleep at the right time. Because otherwise you'll get to America and you'll just be up when you should be down, and it's just it's all very weird. So we were like, okay, Perth to Auckland we stay awake. Auckland to LA, then we're going to get 6 to 8 hours sleep. Then we've got to stay awake until we get to Orlando, and then we'll go to sleep at 11:30 or whatever time we get to sleep then. So eventually, after getting to Orlando, and we went to the Hard Rock Hotel because we did Universal first. We went to the hotel, we checked in, and also we got SIM cards for our phones so we could have American numbers while we were there.
Right.
So my wife, Kat, she spent a couple of hours setting up the phones because AT&T didn't send some code or something like that. And then once you'd sorted that out, we went to sleep, and we went to bed about 2 o'clock, got up at 6:30, and I went in search of coffee because when you've only had 4 hours sleep after a 29-hour flight, coffee is imperative.
Exactly.
And then after that, we just got. Actually, it was really easy. Like, I must admit, everything is set up so well with Universal and Disney, where you go there, you check in, and then you go, "G'day, my name's Lewis. Here's my details," and then they go, "Fantastic. Here's all your passes," and just give you a little booklet. You've got your pass for the parks and all that sort of stuff. I think the express pass was something you had to go to a kiosk separately to get like a little thing with your photo on it.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then we just went off to the park. So but planning, as you can imagine, like planning when you're in America is one thing, but planning when you're coming from the other side of the world to America.
I know. I'm glad you went through that.
International travel is not. The
we're so spoiled. It's funny when you're talking about that, Lewis. Our last trip, we typically do an early morning. We get up like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning to get to the airport in Hartford, and so we did this last trip, and we like to do that so we can actually be in the parks by noontime, and after we check in and that kind of thing. Well, this time both Lindsay and Mama were absolutely exhausted. Now, Mama was
drugged.
She takes boning
I was just grumpy.
for her motion sickness. And I'm in Epcot. We're having a margarita, and they're both like crabby. And so
crabby is like the nice word. We were at each other's throats.
Yeah, they
all
were.
Day.
and so we said, here's a tip that that travel day, it's a pretty good idea to just settle into the resort, take some rest, relax, get up fresh the next morning, and go do it hard.
Even if you get there at noon.
Yeah. That's definitely what we're going to do from now on, Lewis. Even though we're coming from Connecticut, which is only a 2.5-hour flight. I can't believe we complain. We complain about that 2.5-hour flight, and I'm all cramped, and I get off and I got rigor mortis.
I know, and I'm like, I can't sit next to Mom for nothing.
Yeah, we're complaining. Here's this guy. He just went 29
hours across, backwards, forwards in time. No
It's like when you kids were little, and we had to drive 20 hours. It was so funny, Lewis. When they were little, I was so horrified to take 3 kids down in a van, and just because when we used to go to Wildwood, New Jersey, which was a 5.5-hour trip, I would want to kill them about an hour into the drive. But when we drove to Florida, I couldn't believe how well behaved they were, and they kind of slept and kind of were there for the long haul. And it was just kind of interesting that when you got a big long trip, you sort of mentally are more prepared for it, I guess. But
you don't have a choice when you're stuck somewhere.
All right, so let's talk about the Universal Studios and what else they got down there. But I really like you stayed at the Hard Rock Resort. Now, the other thing I want to ask before we go too far there, who did you go with?
I went with my wife. So, yeah, my wife of 10 years. It's actually our 10-year anniversary this year.
Very
Congratulations.
good. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was actually, our 10-year anniversary happened while we were away on the trip.
Oh, cool.
It was just, it was after Disney, but when we were at Disney, we said it was our 10-year anniversary, because then that way we have the badge.
You lied like the rest of us.
We lie about our birthdays and everything too, so don't worry about it.
Perfect.
Only for the month, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's Disney time.
Yeah, they don't ask.
But yeah, we've been traveling a lot, like since we got together, because we've been together for 14 years, married for 10, and we've done a lot of traveling this time because my wife's from New Zealand, so we've been to New Zealand I think four maybe 5 times, traveled all up and down the North and South Island. We've been to we've been to most of the capital cities in Australia, except for we haven't been together in South Australia. Then we've been to UK, Paris, and lots of places in Europe, and now we're delving into America, because we did Disneyland before, but that was only like a week in Disney on the way to England. So it was just we did Disneyland and then Universal Studios, Hollywood, and then straight to the UK. So this was our first immersive American experience for myself and my wife. So,
you did a big loop. You did a big loop.
Yeah.
Well, he's a seasoned traveler, so now I don't feel so bad about the 29.
All right. So now I want to hear about the Hard Rock Resort Hotel. How was that stay? And how many nights did you stay there?
We were there for three nights at Hard Rock.
Yeah.
And it was good. The hotel was nice and clean, and the rooms were good. And it was you're closest to the parks. You can't fault that.
You can walk in, right?
You can.
Yeah.
You can literally leave the hotel 5 minutes. You're at the gate of Universal Studios.
Right.
Sorry, Lindsay.
So Hard Rock is on City Walk, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
No. Hard Rock is actually...
It's near the Universal side.
Yeah, it's down... if you were to walk out of Universal Studios, you'd turn left,
right,
and then you'd walk along the lake. So it's kind of the opposite direction to where City Walk is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's about a 5 minute walk from the hotel door to Universal Studios, and back. It's a 5 minute walk back, unless you take the wrong turn and you end up at the loading docks, and then it's a bit of a long walk around. So
if you get lost,
we did once. We got lost. I'm
still trying to get used to because I know there's Universal and then there's Islands of Adventure.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to get myself situated because I don't know.
Geography's not right.
I don't. Well, because it was deeply under construction when I was there last, and I don't know. Like, I know Disney.
So Islands of Adventure is on the opposite side of his hotel, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'd have the Hard Rock Hotel, and then it would be Universal Studios, and then Island of Adventures next door to that. So
okay,
right.
but yeah, it's so we just got in the one night, then got up the next day, and because of being in the hotel, with being in the deluxe hotels, Hard Rock, and there's another one I think that's a deluxe. You get the express pass, which usually you can also pay for that if you wanted to, and then you also get early admission into the parks.
Right.
Which is fantastic, because that means that with the express passes you get front of line in almost every ride,
right.
But the one rides that you don't is the Harry Potter rides, and they're the ones you want to get on. So
yeah, right.
So to do it properly, you get there first thing in the morning, you make a beeline to Diagon Alley, and then jump straight onto Escape from Gringotts, which is... Lindsay, have you been on any of the Harry Potter stuff?
Actually, that's exactly what we did when we went to Universal. We did the exact thing that you said, was go straight to...
early in the morning, right?
Yep,
yeah.
To right when the park opened, Diagon Alley, and we hopped on the Gringotts.
And so for people who don't know, Lindsay did the college program at Disney last summer, and so you had a pass for Universal.
I bought an annual pass, and it's still valid right now, and I'm kind of ticked about it.
So you did spend some time down there with your roommates, right?
My one roommate. I went twice.
Yeah. So I haven't been there since the kids were little. I was telling Lewis earlier before. So I am really interested. I've not seen the Harry Potter stuff. So tell us all about how special Harry Potter is.
Your perspective, because I've talked about it on the show before.
Yeah, so tell us what you thought of Harry Potter and all of that stuff over there at Islands of Adventure.
Yeah.
Well, the Harry Potter stuff is amazing. It just blows me away. Kat and I had been, when we went to the UK, we went to the Harry Potter studio tour, and that shows you some props and stuff like that from the films.
Yep.
And then you can go into the sets for Diagon Alley and those sort of things. But sets from movies are generally a lot smaller, and there's a lot of forced perspective, so that it looks big, but it's actually small.
Sure.
Whereas when you go to Universal Studios, they've built these things human size, so that when you walk in there, you literally feel like you're in the world.
Yep.
So you just you walk through the wall at Diagon Alley. You're in Diagon Alley, and you can see the Weasleys visiting Weezers. You can see Ollivanders. You can see you look down the street and you see Gringotts, and you see the dragon sitting on top of Gringotts. Which all this looks fantastic during the day, but just looks spectacular at night. It's just you literally believe you've entered the world of Harry Potter.
Excellent.
They've also got cast members dressed up as witches and wizards.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd recommend that they should do is try to get the cast members to affect an English accent.
They don't have that perfected yet, huh?
No.
Well, they should do it with Disney.
They
does.
do
hire English people.
They do call you Muggles, though, while you're there.
Okay.
That's
Very
the one thing.
And it's just so it's great. You just go in there, and it's so tempting to just walk into all the shops and spend all your time just browsing and just immersive in the world. But you've got to get in there, jump onto Gringotts, and experience that ride, and then make your way over to the other park to do the Forbidden Journey, because the Harry Potter is split up into Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley, which are miles apart.
Right.
But they made the brilliant choice of connecting them by the Hogwarts Express.
Right. And
this train is just something else. It's just amazing. When you walk into the King's Cross station, you feel like you're in London. Like you're immediately there.
Nice.
And you walk through. When we were there in Universal, I think we got really lucky, because we were at Universal on the weekend, and I thought, oh my God, we're in Universal on the weekend.
Yeah.
This is going to be packed.
Right.
But it was on a Run Disney weekend, so
everybody was all right at Disney
Everyone's
World.
running in Disney World. All the roads are closed down.
Everyone was at Disney World.
Good call.
And we were going, man, this is like really quiet. It wasn't until the second day we found out it was a Run Disney thing.
Yeah.
And so we went.
That's a good tip.
So we went to Hogwarts Express and walking through the line, and you look at like the line set up, and we were just like walking straight through it. But you think to yourself, man, if this was packed, how long would you be waiting here to get to this train?
Yeah.
But we didn't have to do that, fortunately. So we walked through the line, we walk up the stairs, and then there's that moment, because in the Harry Potter films, if you're going to take Hogwarts Express, you've got to go on to platform 9 3/4. And so I was wondering how they were going to do it. And you walk up there and you actually see people walking through the wall onto platform 9 3/4. But when you go around the corner, it's just an open doorway, and it's a Pepper's Ghost effect that it looks like people are walking through a solid wall.
Yeah, I think I showed you the video of my. I told my roommate, I was like, go walk through the wall. So I took a video of her as she walked ahead, and she walked right through the wall.
I like how Lewis just mentioned Pepper's Ghost.
Yeah, they used Pepper's Ghost illusion there quite a bit, actually.
This guy is smart, because we just when we did Disney World down, we did the Marceline the Magic Kingdom tour, and they took us down below the Haunted Mansion, where we could see how they actually do that illusion down there. So that was really cool. We got kind of a backstage tour
Except this
of
time,
Haunted Mansion.
The people are the animatronics.
And I never heard that term, Pepper's Ghost.
In the Pepper's Ghost idea. So it's pretty cool.
Lewis, you're doing a great job here. Now, here's one big question I have, because I have motion sickness now.
Oh, my God.
These are these video kind of like motion sickness rides, right?
I
might not be able to enjoy them. I'm afraid I might not be able to enjoy them. Yeah.
With Universal, it's very screen based,
right?
And then it's motion and screen at the same time. So, Gringotts, Escape from Gringotts, is a roller coaster, and you're wearing 3D glasses, and you've got the screens. So, and you're getting, I think it's Bill Weasley. Is taking you through Gringotts, and then Gringotts gets invaded by Voldemort, and then all the Death Eaters come in, and then it's full on, and but it is like a lot of motion. That you're wearing the 3D glasses, so if you do get motion sickness, and I would say that you might need to take a bag with you, because.
Well, funny enough, so years ago, I one of my favorite rides actually in Florida, to be honest, is that Spider-Man ride, and that's amazing. It's 3D, same thing like you're saying. It's a motion vehicle with 3D stuff coming at you. I was able to handle that.
See,
surprisingly enough,
I know that we're going to go on to talk about the actual castle. I forget what it's called, Lewis, inside the castle, that ride, because that's the other big attraction. But Gringotts, I would say, is closer to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one is something entirely different.
Well, that was it. The Simpsons ride. They still have the Simpsons ride at Universal.
There, yeah.
That thing made me nauseous with that big screen, and they take that big vehicle and they stick you up in front of the screen, and then everything's flashing at you. That I couldn't make.
No, I think Gringotts is more of a traditional roller coaster.
I got you.
It's closer, but it's
well, what's the other ride besides the Gringotts?
The other one is the Forbidden Journey.
Yeah, and
that one's in Hogwarts Castle, and this one is just amazing. This ride is just the most unbelievable ride I've ever been on. When I was on it the first time, I was going, how is this happening? Yeah. What is going on? Because you're sitting in these seats, and you're four across. And it's like you're sitting in stadium seating, but you're four across, and then you're just going along this walkway in this thing. It's just like a box, just moving along. So you're in the loading dock, and you're sitting there, and the seats are just moving across this walkway. And then all of a sudden, the whole thing lifts off, and then you're up, and you're down, and you're side to side, and you're just moving all over the place. And I was just like, how is this happening? It's like, is it literal magic that is doing this?
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
It wasn't until I actually rode the ride a few times. I just went, I need to know, and I looked around the corner and got an idea of how the ride vehicle actually worked. And still, even there, I think wizards and witches are actually involved, because it's just ridiculous. But you go through. Initially, you fly around a bit of Hogwarts, and then you make your way to a Quidditch match. And sorry, I'm just going to try to stop my dogs from shush. Like,
I thought I heard something. I was like, is that Lola?
Sounded like my bulldog.
so my dogs just decided it was time to have puppy wars, and so yeah, they were just
we know all about that.
We're totally.
We all.
That's
all
why
about
they're in
that.
the other room with Mama.
Yeah.
So I was this ride is just amazing because you go through a Quidditch match and then you get attacked by Death Eaters and then there's a dragon. It's amazing. And the one at Universal Orlando, it is not 3D. But I believe the one at Universal Hollywood, they've put 3D into it as well. I'm not quite sure you really needed that to enhance the ride experience because it was already 3D because of the way that the ride worked. So it was unbelievable. We rode it like 4 times. And I could have just stayed on it all day. It was just a fantastic ride.
Yeah. So about that ride, I did that ride. Yeah. And I do agree. It's probably one of the most incredible ride experiences that I've ever been on, just because it's so immersive. And it really is genius. What it actually is, it's a roller coaster, but with a big arm attached to those 4 seats. And the roller coaster brings the arm around and it swings the seats back and forth through the scenes, which are physical scenes, actual built walls and that kind of thing, integrated with screens.
Wow. And
it moves so quickly back and forth between and up and down that it really feels like you're in it. But besides, it actually absolutely is fantastic and beautiful and amazing, but I've never been so sick in my life.
Oh, you even got... see, I'm scared to death.
See, and the other thing was that as a plus-size person, as like a lot of people are in the United States, I was immediately relegated to the fat seat, which are the 2 seats on the outside of the car, which are made so that the head thing that comes down, the shoulder... Yeah. I think comes down, doesn't lock as low. And for women, that's a problem. So I just barely made it onto that ride because I looked the cast member in the eyes and I said, shove it. And he shoved my lap bar against me so it would go green right before it went off. Wow. And funny. So if you're plus sized, you might not be able to ride. Wow. So Dad, you might not be able to ride, actually physically fit on the ride.
Wow.
And my mom, no, I know she definitely wouldn't. I probably wouldn't right now.
Interesting.
So just a heads up to anyone, don't get too excited because they still need to work on that.
We could probably talk about this 3 days in Hollywood Studios.
I know. Well, Universal, but
so Lewis, I'm going to ask you then, what were some of the highlights then of the 3 days at Universal and Islands of Adventure and Hard Rock?
The highlights would definitely be the Harry Potter rides. So the Escape from Grimgot's Forbidden Journey, Spider-Man was really cool. The Transformers ride is fantastic. The Mummy Returns ride is just brilliant as well. It's a roller coaster. It's a dark ride. It's got screen-based stuff. It's really sweet. Meeting Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Megatron was fantastic as well. Actually, the Donkey and Shrek experience was really cool because Donkey talks to you and it's all live. It's really cool.
Oh, nice.
So, you did the Shrek ride. It's the same exact thing as it was back in the day.
So
2001.
I think 3 days is perfect. Did you think 3 days was perfect for Universal and Islands of Adventure?
Well, yeah, I think because we were 2 days in the actual parks.
Okay.
I'd say because the parks were quiet, 2 days was fine.
Yeah.
I think if it was a busier time, you'd probably want to have 3 days in the park to get to do everything.
Yeah.
And also there was things that were shut down, like the Jurassic Park ride was shut down.
Too bad.
The whole coaster was literally down because it was they were rebuilding it. There were lots of other attractions that were down as well. But yeah, I think 3 days if everything's running and it's busy, 2 days if it's quiet.
Yeah, they are not quite as large as the Disney parks, but they're and they've got a lot more going on just as far as skipping from theme to theme. So
I'm glad that they've put some competition to Disney so they can step up their game when they do Avatar and they do Star Wars and all that.
Yeah, but I would honestly think the only attractions this is my personal opinion, the only attractions that really stand up to the Disney quality at Universal are the Harry Potter rides, the Mummy, and possibly the Men in Black.
Yeah, so. I'm just. Maybe Disney does. I don't know. They still have some pretty nauseous rides at Disney, like obviously Mission Space. So there's a lot of people with motion sickness that really can't enjoy those rides when they make them so intense.
Well, they also and also they're not poo size friendly. Universal.
All right. Well, now that we pooed all over Universal, because we are a Disney World podcast, Lewis, we had to throw some poo at them.
It's not. It's totally not out of spite. It's only because I wish that I could fit into more of the seats.
Yeah.
Which is
we like having fun no matter where we go. So Lewis, let's talk about Disney World. So you went. Where did you stay at Disney World?
We stayed at the Yacht Club.
Well, you went all out here. I love your choice
you are
of places.
Oh, holy cow! And you still going to New York?
So what made you pick the Yacht Club? How did you settle on the Yacht Club?
Well, the thing is, like, when we were staying at the parks at Paris and Anaheim, the hotels are so close to the parks that you can walk out your hotel door.
So you were spoiled. You were spoiled.
Yeah, and it's like once you've got that, you've had that, you kind of still want to have that, be able to walk to a park experience.
Right.
And with Disney World, the only options really are to stay somewhere in that boardwalk kind of area.
Yep.
To allow yourself. So your options there is like the Swan and Dolphin or the Beach Club or Yacht Club, or go around to the boardwalk and stay on the boardwalk hotels.
Or the Contemporary.
Or the Resort Loop, yeah.
Well, that's true. You could do that as well. I think we decided we wanted to stay close to Epcot because it was literally walking distance. So you can leave your hotel and walk to the International Gateway. Whereas with the Resort Loop, you've still got you're jumping on the transportation, and that'll take you there quickly.
Unless you stay at the Contemporary.
Except the Contemporary.
Can you actually walk for the Contemporary? Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because we're
Bay Lake Tower home.
We're owners there at Bay Lake Tower, so we know you can walk over there.
Yeah, but you are right though.
But I think you're being two adults. I think you made the perfect choice.
Yeah,
you did. Yeah. You done good.
And
exactly, yeah. We're two adults and we're also two Australians, which means we like to drink. And
you're not alone.
And the Magic Kingdom, the only place you can drink is in Be Our Guest
for dinner,
which is absolutely brilliant. But with Epcot, you've got so much choice, and it's just brilliant to be able to go there and go, I feel like a margarita, I feel like a champagne, I feel like a beer, and you can go to these different places and try their food and try their alcohol, and it's just Epcot's a sensational place. So that's why we decided, we're going to do Yacht Club. Initially, we booked it and we went, okay, we're going to just stay in a cheaper room, looking at the car park, and because we're only there to enjoy the parks, and the room doesn't matter that much, and blah, blah, blah. So we booked that, but then we kept an eye out on the special deals, and eventually a deal came up where we were paying almost the same price for a lake view, and also the dining plan included. So we ended up going down that track.
Nice.
Good for you. So actually that was going to be kind of my next question. Any highlights from dinners or meals?
There's so many. I actually I put up on the Facebook a album called Typical Theme Park Dining.
Okay.
I don't know if you've checked it out, but I took a photograph of the food that we had in both Universal and at Walt Disney World, because I've had friends go to Walt Disney World or other theme parks before and go, oh yeah, it was typical theme park food, and they were referring to hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as a person who knows theme parks and knows that you can get better food there, I decided that I want to show them that this is what typical theme park food actually is. Mm-hmm. And so we, first night we were there, we dined at the California Grill.
Yeah.
That'll show them.
That doesn't sound very typical theme park to me.
Depends who you travel with.
Yeah.
so we went there because we wanted to watch Wishes from the Contemporary, and so we dined there, and that was good. That was good, but the service wasn't as fantastic as we thought it was going to be, and the serving size of the food was a lot smaller than I was anticipating as well.
Yeah,
because I ordered a steak, and it was quite tiddly little steak, and I was like, well, really? I might need to get a burger on the way home, kind of thing. Yeah, so we ate there. That was okay. Then we also ate at Geeko's, the cooking place. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
we love Geeko. That was great.
We ate there at our last trip. Yeah, you know what, Melissa? I got to say too. I understand. It's like you go to this high-end restaurant and it's very fancy, which doesn't mean you're going to get piles of food. You're going to get...
It depends on what kind of restaurant it is, honestly, what it boils down to. Like, the California Grill is like very upscale. It's supposed to be like kind of a New York vibe, sort of modern idea. Whereas when you go to Geeko, it's the African-style food, which is the plates come to the table sort of thing, and there's shared meals.
Compared to going to a buffet, right?
Yeah, I mean, but you have to, because they're both signature restaurants, but they both have a very specific style of cuisine, which is either more food or less food.
Well, it just makes me think, I guess I'm not a upscale kind of person. I enjoyed going to those places, but I'm just as happy to go to a buffet.
You need quantity over quality.
Yeah. The quality is very good at the buffets too.
It really is, though.
All right, Lewis, where else did you go? So Geeko was awesome. Did you have a steak there too?
I think we had buffalo or something like that there.
Yeah, there's I think it's buffalo on the menu.
Mom and I had the beef rib, it was a boneless rib. Yeah,
it was very highly recommended.
It was very good. I did enjoy that too. That's a cool place though, right? The Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Animal Kingdom was great. We actually that was where we met Sam and Ashley from the WDW Happy Place. That was the first place we met them, and we went to the Victoria Falls, the bar that's there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that was great actually. Because I had a wine flight initially there, and the bartender I think he actually mixed and matched one for me, because the ones I had, I didn't like every wine that was on the board, and so he said, "Oh, we'll do this one, we'll do this one, we'll do this one," and mix it up for me. So that was a really good experience there.
Yeah. Are you a wine connoisseur? Do you know your wine?
I do like a bit of wine, because where we are here in Perth, we've got two wine regions. One's half an hour away, and the other's 3 hours away, and both are sensational. So it was whenever we go away, we like to try the local wines at the different places.
Animal Kingdom Lodge is a great place to be a wine connoisseur.
Well, yeah, because they have the wine room at Geeko, which is actually where we ate in Geeko's, and they have the fantastic African wines.
Yeah, so you're going to say you went over to Geeko and sampled their wines too?
I think what I did was we tried the wines at the Victoria Falls, and then after Victoria Falls, I decided which one we'd have at Geeko's. So that way, it was kind of like knowing that we would.
Good plan.
Smart. See, my dad, when he orders wine, I like wine, so I know which kinds I like, and I'll order the menu from what flavors I'm looking for. At that time, my dad just goes, "Bring me a red."
I don't know.
What's red?
Yeah, I think I was like, how about a sweet wine? So he brought me a sweet wine that I saw actually.
Was it a white one?
No, red one.
A red one.
But they had it. I saw it in the store afterwards too.
Yeah.
It was nothing special.
No, it's
good to me.
But
it did the work. It did the job.
I laughed at you because we go to the Italian Tutto Gusto's wine cellar. When he orders his, he's, which one's the red? And I'm looking at the list like, ooh, do I want like...
I'm more of a beer connoisseur, Lewis, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all right. I can understand that. I mean, my thing, I like beer and wine. I also drink whiskey as well. Yeah. My wife, she likes most spirits and stuff like that. So when we were at Walt Disney World, she had a tequila flight in Mexico. She had a sake flight at Morimoto, Asia.
That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites.
be a flight or not at in Walt Disney World. But yeah, we had lots of flights around the place, which Walt Disney World is great for, to be able to experience so many different things in such a condensed space. Which is fantastic.
I love the flights too.
And the cast members really know, especially when they're served at the table service and even at the stands. If you order a flight, if you ask them, can you tell me a little bit about what I'm drinking? Yeah. They'll say, oh, it's from here, so or so. It's very popular in this area.
Lewis, I got the rum flights at the Trader Sam's Grotto. And if you listen to the last live trip report, actually, I actually got it because I wanted the shot glasses.
Yeah, we wanted the shot glasses.
They're tiki, because I probably would have preferred just getting a drink, a fruity kind of whatever drink. But I wanted those shot glasses, and I got to tell you, the aged rum was really good. It was like a whiskey, Lewis. It was good.
I've actually started getting into rum as well. So
I didn't know that. Yeah, there was aged rum, and I enjoyed it.
And what was it? $50 for?
I thought it was like $35.
Mine was $50.
Yours?
I got the Nautilus.
She got the Nautilus.
I was like, which one has the most?
Yeah, it's all kind of a novelty in there. Did you get over to Trader Sam's?
We didn't know that's going to be that'll be on the next
trip. Yeah, okay,
definitely, it's a must see.
Well, how about some other restaurants? You guys was eating a priority on this trip?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and drinking.
My wife is a foodie, so
nice.
Eating and drinking is a very important part of any holiday for us.
Right.
So we went. So as well as the other ones, we did Morimoto Asia as well. We did Tokyo dining. We went to the beer garden. Where else did we eat? We went to Harambe Market. We were in the Animal Kingdom.
Nice.
We went to Casey's Corner twice.
So you're a foodie and you went to Casey Corner twice because you love the slaw dog.
Casey's Corner, I'm a vegetarian. I've never even tasted it, and I know what a good reputation Casey's Corner has.
I love the slaw dog there. The barbecued beef, pork, or barbecue pork and coleslaw on a hot dog, and it's huge. It's like it is a full meal. What did you eat over at Casey Corner that was so good that you had to go back?
It was like one of those slaw dogs.
Yeah, one of those big. They have like three different big kind of stuffing on them, kind of hot dogs, right?
Yeah, I think Kat had the chili dog. I'm pretty sure she had the chili dog. But when you're on the dining plan, and I don't like we did the dining plan because it was like discounted, so we thought, okay, we'll do that. But it does kind of hamper you as to your choices of food. Mm. So if you go to a restaurant, you can get an entree and a dessert. But some people don't. I'm more of a savoury than a sweet person, so I would prefer a starter and an entree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of limiting on what you can have. So maybe next time we might avoid the dining plan so that we can try more things, and it might be the better option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what did you think of Morimoto's? That was down at Disney Springs, right? That's fairly new.
It was okay. It wasn't fantastic, and the unfortunate thing was we were expecting fantastic because of what we'd heard.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing was that Sam and Ashley had actually eaten there the day before, and they were the ones that put us onto it in the first place, and they were like, "Sorry, we're so sorry," because they went the day before and didn't have a good dining experience.
That's weird. By having a podcast and let's say we talk up something, and then someone goes, boy, we heard it on that podcast, and then we went, and it was, bleh. So.
Well, everyone has a different taste, first of all.
I know.
And their expectations of what's good dining, what's bad dining. Whereas, for me, it's somewhere quiet and kind of a darker, like more intimate kind of dining experience, which is why I liked... over at Wilderness Lodge, what's their
Artist
signature?
Point?
The Artist Point. I love Artist Point. And Chef Mickey's is like my worst nightmare. Whereas other people would really enjoy Chef Mickey's in that atmosphere, Crystal Palace kind of atmosphere. So,
well, Lewis, because you listened to a lot of podcasts and then you went for your first time, was there some kind of advice that really worked for you that you heard from podcasting?
It was the planning side of things. I mean, that was the main thing. Was people saying, you got to plan and figure out what you're going to be doing day to day, to make the most of your time there. Because we were there again in a kind of low season, so the crowds weren't that huge. But you're still, if you want to get on rides like the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, actually, before I say it, the highlight of the dining, be our guest. You must do Be Our Guest if you've never done it. It is absolutely fantastic.
And you're talking about the dinner, correct?
The dinner. Dinner is just is something else. The theming of that place, seeing Beast, just the food, being able to order a bottle of wine, just sensational.
Did you eat in the ballroom or the West Wing or?
Yeah, we were in the ballroom in the main part of it.
Okay. Yeah,
but we were against the wall, so it was still nice and quite cozy there. And you could see everything that was going on. And when you finish your mains and they bring you over the dessert trolley and you see these desserts, and then they brought us some extra grey stuff because it was our anniversary. That's just brilliant. I'm sorry, I digressed from the planning, but I just forgot I had to say that was the best part of the dining.
Yeah, so that was your favorite dining place, was the Be Our Guest.
Be Our Guest is just like it's something you've got to do. It's just sensational, awesome. Really good.
I would say at least try to get it in there just to look at it. If you're doing quick service, if you can't do a dinner.
Well, I think you answered my question. I mean, you're getting here. You did your fast passes and had them all planned out ahead of time and like that.
Exactly. It was, and it's like Be Our Guest as well. Like if you want to get into Be Our Guest for dinner, you can't expect to just rock up to Walt Disney World and think I'm going to go in there for dinner. You got to, we booked our accommodation 6 months out. Like as soon as it ticked over, I was just like, okay, we can book it now. So we booked it, so we were in. Because again, we're flying so many hours to get there. We have got to have our planning down pat because you can't just leave things to fate. When you're spending a lot of money and a lot of time to get over there. So we booked it, and then as soon as we could book the dining, I'd already printed out all the menus for the restaurants we had on the shortlist. I got Kat and I went through them and went, okay, we'll go to this one, this one, this one. As soon as we could put in our advanced dining reservations, we jumped on there, we booked them in place, and there was over the 6 month period, there was like we'd hear something on a podcast and go, oh, okay, maybe we'll swap out Chef. We swapped out Chef Mickey's for Morimoto and things like that. But the Disney app, My Disney Experience, gives you the flexibility to go and change things and move things around. It's we did all that, and then as soon as we could book fast passes, I was on there and I was booking the fast passes, I also went on to touring plans, and I did a few touring plans as well, just to give us an idea of the best way to approach the days in the park. And so our first 4 days there, the first day we got there, we got there at midday, and then went straight to Magic Kingdom, then went back to the hotel to get changed to go to the Contemporary. Because we thought Contemporary was a bit more upper class and stuff, so we better go home and suit up and that sort of thing. When we got to California Grill, we realised that wasn't the case, and most people were just there in shorts and t-shirts.
They do say they say there's a dress code.
Yeah, they ask for dress code, but I mean, if you're showing up with money in your pocket,
I don't know that they turn anyone away.
So after that, we realised, okay, we don't need to actually dress up. So, the first day we did the Magic Kingdom, we did the California Grill, and then the next day we went back to the Magic Kingdom, which they didn't have the welcome show that morning, which was disappointing.
Wow, I've never heard them not doing that.
Yeah, they it depends on certain factors.
We've never been there when they didn't do it.
So sometimes if the train isn't working, they won't do on the show.
I learned something every day.
It really depends, and it could be weather or something else. Yeah. Or Mickey's got a cold or something,
Because I listen to all the podcasts, I know a lot of the stuff. Like, I knew there was a welcome show, and I know that Mickey, when you go and meet Mickey in the Magic Kingdom, he is actually a talking Mickey, and he'll talk to you. But I don't tell these things to my wife because I want to experience her surprise at it. And so I was a bit disappointed when the welcome show didn't happen. But we went back a few days later, and then we saw the welcome show, so that was okay.
Oh, good.
And then we went straight to meet Mickey, and meeting Mickey was the highlight of the trip, really, because it was just when you walked in there and he goes, "Hi, gosh, it's good to see you." It was like, oh my god, I'm in Disney World.
and this is right when you walk into the park to the right hand side there. The town, what's that called?
It's Tony's
Town
right
Square. In there, right, Lewis? That's where.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
exactly.
it's Magician Mickey.
It's kind of his office.
Well, it used to be his office. Now it's his. He's magic. It's his magician.
Lindsay
act.
and I went over there and saw them talking one.
We met. We met Talking Mickey.
Yes, I thought it was really cool. Some people were kind of turned off by him talking now, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Well, it was cool to see the progression because we've been going since like 2001. Well, as a family, to see the still head characters.
Yeah.
And then into the characters who talked on stage with the mouths that open, and then on the floats that started to open, and then all of a sudden he's actually talking to you when you actually visit him.
It was awesome,
and it's neat, and I'm really excited to see what kind of technology they come up with next. Too.
So Lewis, I got to ask you, we're already into an hour, but I don't care. We can do whatever we want because this has been fun.
I know, but I just have to be awake
Lindsay,
for my show.
You got to tell us, how about some highlights from the rides and attractions? Anything from Disney World that you really enjoyed?
Yeah, well, the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is awesome.
Right.
Just as a starter roller coaster, like you feel safe. If you had kids, you could take your kids on there.
Yeah, definitely.
You get like a bit of a thrill element, then you get a dark ride element, then you get a thrill element. The end of the ride where you go past the little house where Snow White and the dwarves are dancing is excellent. And my wife was sitting beside me, and she was on the side that the house was on, and she didn't notice that the witch was standing at the door, and I was like looking there, going, "Oh, the witch is there," and I like tapped her on the shoulder and said, "Look at that!" And just as she turned her head, the witch like turned to her and cackled. That was fun. That was really good. It was fun to go on the original Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast, because we've been on the Laser Blast in Paris and in California, which admittedly they have improved on the ride since that original one, but it was fun to go on and see what it was originally like. The Pirates ride I thought was a bit. After being on the original, the Paris one's still the original. The California one is huge. So the one at Walt Disney World just seemed a bit lackluster compared to those ones.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, Pirates has gone downhill in the past 10 years, I would say. Because when we started, it was the original Walt Disney World Pirates. And then they threw in Captain Jack, which was cool. But then they took it too far by adding the mermaids and everything. And it just kind of... And then they ruined the boats and all that nightmarish stuff that hopefully
I know no better, so I love it.
Well, when I realized that I was going to get a tidal wave on my I was like, I'm out. I'm not doing this again.
Yeah, there is that in the front row.
So I never sit in the front.
Okay, Lewis, any other good highlights from the rides and attractions?
The test track is fantastic. Some of the rides at Epcot I think need an upgrade. The Ellen's Energy Adventure, when you go into Ellen's Energy Adventure and Bill Nye looks like a baby.
You're back in the 90s, baby.
They're like. It's just too dated, and also the whole thing about fossil fuels and stuff like that. I think we've progressed a long way past that, so I think it might be time to update that ride a bit.
Yeah.
I hope they don't. I hope they do, and I hope they don't at the same time, because that's one of my favorites. Because I love Ellen and I love Bill Nye, because that was like my childhood was Bill Nye.
Just have Ellen redo something.
I was like, as long as they update it with Ellen, and Bill Nye is still around, they could do an updated version of it.
Yeah.
That would last the next 10 years, sort of thing. But it is dated, but I still love the jokes and everything. I go
Honestly,
to see it
we haven't
time.
done it in a long time.
Oh, I do it every time I go.
Oh, okay.
by myself.
Lindsay, you might hate me for this one, but I think Journeys into Imagination with Figment needs to have something done to it, because I was like, this seems too old school, and it could be so much better. Like it's just like the idea of imagination and stuff. I just think they could update that ride and make it just phenomenal. But it actually broke down while we were on it as well. It was
See, that I don't understand, because that's such a simple ride. But it could have been someone put their arm outside, the vehicle or whatever. But no, that actually. There's the people who don't mind Figment, the people who love Figment like me, the people who hate the new Figment because they miss the old Figment attraction, and the people who just want to get rid of it altogether. So I'm not in the majority, but Figment's a huge character, and I think they probably will update the attraction at some point and try to get it back to the Dreammaker sort of idea. If anyone knows about that, it's the creator of Figment sort of thing, not... what's his name from Monty Python? yeah.
Eric Idle?
Yeah, Eric Idle. He didn't make Figment. But I love it for what it is, but I do understand a lot of the stuff in the future world of Epcot is kind of not, like late 90s sort of tech.
It does. It's still fun. It's still fun there, but it just needs, when you compare it against other rides and stuff they've got in the other parks, like the crown jewel in Epcot is the World Showcase for me. Also, the Mission Space is quite good. We did both the intense and the less intense. The less intense is kind of like pointless after you've done the intense one, because when you feel the G-force and actually feel like you're going to another planet, it's pretty full on. So that's pretty cool. There's one thing at Epcot that I recommend everyone should do, and it's Innovations. Is that's the place where the colour thing is, isn't it, Kurt?
Yes,
and it's the only one left. Actually, the only Innovations left.
Intervention, yeah. The
World of Color.
World of Color thing. They've got a ride there, which is you go in there and you design your own theme park ride. Yeah. And then they've got simulators.
Some
which
of
actually
Thrills.
I was going to say, is it Some of All Thrills, or is that the one that's at Disney Quest? Because I worked at
Some of All Thrills.
Yeah, Some of All Thrills. And that was amazing. That was just brilliant to be able to go, okay, we're going to have this kind of ride, and it's going to do this at this point, this at this point, and then actually get to ride the ride that you've designed. Yeah. It was just unbelievable. So I recommend, if you've got time at Epcot, you should go and definitely do that one.
I bet that's a good advice, because that's probably hidden a little bit from people that don't know what's in there.
And people think when you hear Roller Coaster Simulator, you might think of the ones that you find at the casino, which are the old school ones, which they actually still have in Disney Quest, which is the one I was talking about, because I worked that one.
This one's more advanced.
This one is actually on a crane, and you're it's a feet dangling roller coaster that you actually get to build, and it's much more modern. So,
well, if I hung out with Lewis, I'd be throwing up half the time. He's taking me on. But Lewis, you sound like you went kind of commando on this trip in Disney World. Were you like going all the time? Did you take any time to rest and hang out by the pool at all?
No. It's one of those things, like when we go places, we want to do as much as we can.
You went hard, yeah.
Yeah, so we just go. And we have our downtime, and like we went and relaxed and had some wine in Paris, and went to Tutto Gusto and had wine there, and so you spent a bit of time at the Rose and Crown and had some beer and whiskey. So you do those things, but at most points it's kind of like, okay, we've done this, now where are we going? We're going to go do this, and it's pretty full on. But I think as we get older, we've done it. We're going back to places where we've been before. We might take more time to relax and enjoy the atmosphere, but for the moment we're happy to run around.
Do you think you'd go back to Disney World then, being it's such a long way, and I'm sure it's a huge expense for you too, so would you go back again?
Oh, definitely. It's just a question of whether we go back sooner or later, because we're definitely going back once Star Wars Land is up and running.
Right.
But we're going to do Shanghai and Hong Kong end of this year. Probably in 2017 we'll be going to Tokyo to do Tokyo Disney. And then probably after that we'll make a trip back to the US, and so
that'll probably be a good time.
It's probably going to be about 3 years until everything's really settled.
All
in
the
Disney
things
World.
announced, all the things that they've announced would be done by then.
There's a lot going
sounds
on.
like a good plan, Lewis.
Yeah.
Wow, that was an amazing trip.
I feel exhausted.
And we're not
just listening.
actually. We're only 10 days into it. He went to New York and San Francisco. Just give me a quick. How was New York and San Francisco and Vegas?
Yeah.
New York was amazing. To be able to go there and experience just the streets that we've seen so much on movies and TV shows.
Right.
Was brilliant. To go up the Empire State Building, to go inside the Statue of Liberty, to go to Broadway, and we took in 3 shows. We saw School of Rock, Kinky Boots. Matilda and Finding Neverland.
Oh, fantastic! Good choices.
All brilliant, all brilliant shows. Recommend them all highly. It was great. Went to the Intrepid, saw the Enterprise. So New York, fantastic. I recommend if you've not been there, you check that out. And San Fran was brilliant. If you go to San Francisco, you've got to go to the Walt Disney Family Museum, which is brilliant.
Nice.
The highlight for me there was seeing the Seven Dwarfs Oscars, the Oscar that Walt got for the
cool.
Snow White and Seven Dwarfs.
Very cool, yeah.
They have the fake ones in Walt Disney World.
Nice.
They have replicas of it.
The real ones.
Well, they did. Now I don't think they have them anymore because they pulled down the animation pavilion.
And how was Vegas? Was that the first time you were in Vegas?
Yes. First time in Vegas as well. Sorry, my dog just walked through the kitchen with a butter container in her mouth.
You got the same thing going on here too.
It's like our house.
You gotta watch him every minute.
Luke eats the Irish butter, the cream butter. Looks a whole pound tub of it, and
sorry about that. Vegas was awesome, but we were in Vegas for 4 nights, and I reckon that's probably about what you can do. We saw some shows there as well. We saw Absence, Zumanity, and Penn and Teller.
Cool.
And that was really good. But it's a real nighttime place, and during the day there doesn't seem to be as much to do. But relaxing and a good way to finish up the trip, I thought.
Lewis, I am exhausted from such a beautiful trip.
I got to tell you, I think the Australians do it hardcore.
Yeah.
They're just tougher than we are.
That's right.
That's why he was able to do this.
No sleep. And I'm really impressed on the research that you did. And you sound like you got every ounce of your trip by doing your research, listening to the podcast, doing the reading, touringplans.com and all that stuff, Lewis. Don't you feel like you did all you could to make the best of what of your trip? It sounds like to me you really did.
Exactly. I want to thank you guys for all the advice, and also Sam and Ashley, and the guys at the E-Avengers as well, and all the other podcasts I've listened to, because without you guys as a resource, you kind of go in there blind, and you just be flailing your way around, and then you come back with the trip report like, oh, we went and spent 3 hours in this line and 2 hours in this line, and it wasn't really that great, and I'm never going back. If you do your research and do your planning, you can go and get the most out of your holiday, and then you'll want to go back and do it all again. I'm
helping a guy at work. He sent me an email saying, hey, I heard you know a little bit about Disney World. And the way he was asking questions, I knew he knew absolutely nothing. He's going with 5 adults, and they kind of want to go and just wing it. And I said, well, that's one way to do it, but I highly advise you do this. Just, at least half plan your trip, with your fast passes.
Yeah, and the way we plan our trips now is because we know that things change and moods change while you're down there. Something might happen. To have a plan and have reservations for each day, and then take it by ear the day of.
So, Lewis, did you follow your plan pretty precisely, or did you vary from it once you were down there? No, we still varied, particularly with the rides and that sort of thing. We did mix things up there.
Yeah.
It was more just knowing, putting in those fast passes in place for when it got busier, so that you still had rides you could go onto without too much of a wait. because the way we did it was we went in there and we did the less popular rides first. So you could get in there and jump on Small World, then jump on Haunted Mansion, then jump on the Jungle Cruise, then jump on Pirates, and jump on Big Thunder, then jump on Splash. And you can do those fairly quickly if it's first thing in the morning, because everyone's lining up for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Right.
So it's just a matter of thinking about what you're going to do in the order to make sure that you're not going to be spending 3 hours in lines to see attractions.
You did. I'm very proud of you, student.
Yeah.
You did an awesome job.
Plan. Don't underestimate Disney World. All
right. Any last things before we head on out?
Well, thank you very much for having me on the show. It's been absolutely fantastic. I've really enjoyed it. I've been enjoying the live trip reporting as well, because having just been there, listening to your recording of it, it just takes you straight back as soon as you listen to it. So I really appreciate that. It's been fantastic.
Thank you. You were talking about the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and I was looking on my little list. I've been listening ahead of my upcoming live recordings, and that one is actually going to be on there, the full Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. You can hear it with
because I booked that fast pass for you. So that's, I remember, yeah.
So I'm gonna, some of these attractions I listen back and go, I wonder if people will really be interested in this. But I appreciate you saying that, Lewis. And Mama's always telling me people really love the attraction.
That's been the general consensus.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of great praise for that. So thank you so much for being on, and I hope next time you're in New York, or if we see you in Florida, we get together for a drink.
Yeah.
And give me a heads up when you're going to be in New York, because I'm only 2 hours from New York.
We'll do. It'll be great to catch up.
Absolutely. And maybe we'll get you on a round. Now that you're a super geek, or officially, we'll get you on a round table, because this would work out well. We record at night and it'll be morning for you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, the round tables usually happen around 8 or 9. So.
Yeah.
It's funny because you guys are probably getting ready to go to bed in the next couple of hours, and I'm about to go off to work. So
yeah, I'm getting ready to watch my primetime show at 9, and then I'm off to bed.
It's opposites day. All right, so Lindsay, let's take it out here. Wow, guys, we love having people on the show. I love chatting with new folks. We've been chatting with Lewis through the Facebook group, which is really popular. And if you want to get on that, just friend me on Facebook, like our Facebook page, or Lindsay. And sometimes that thing's a little bit quirky, but I'll chat. I don't let just anybody in there. I want to make sure they're...
You have to actually be a geek.
Yeah, listener of the show. You love Disney World. I've been seeing a lot of hackers and obnoxious bots and all kinds of garbage on Facebook actually lately. So I do keep it. And we have a great group out there. We have lots of fun. And like I said, it's all about community. And we appreciate you guys when you share those postings we put on Facebook, or retweet Twitter postings.
Or have questions that want to be answered, or something fun that you want to share.
You don't have to just listen to the podcast. You can ask questions on the Facebook page, which we get a lot of that Facebook group actually is where...
A lot of responses.
And then we've got travel agents there, and they're answering questions. So do your research like Lewis, boy, it really pays off. Or you can email me at kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. And we're going to get back to some live trip reporting, but Lindsay and I, we have some shows here coming up soon. We're going to get you back in.
Yeah, we've got some ideas for the summer.
All right, that's it. Thanks for going Geekin' on Walt Disney World with us, and have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true. Talk to you later.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Let me hit my recorder. Lindsay, are you ready?
I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Am I coming up?
Can you talk again?
Hello? Do I need to go close, or do I
a little closer would be better. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This is all right. I've had a few drinks, so this might not be easy to do my intro. But let's give it a go. Yes, I am recording. Okay, here we go. Lindsay's laughing through the whole thing. Why are you laughing?
No, it's just like, could you be more like cliche American talking about?
That's exactly what that's what I was going for.
It's terrible. Sorry.
I hope Lewis got
we
it. We
apologize for him.
We're going to ask him when we get through here. All right.